Hello everyone and welcome to the today's session. So today we are discussing how to draw top and sectional front view of a double riveted lap joint with chain riveting. So let me discuss this joint with a simple problem. Here the problem is given as draw the top and sectional front view of a double riveted lap joint with chain riveting. The thickness of the plate is given as 9 millimeter. So with this thickness of the plate which is given in the problem, you have to derive the remaining portion of the joints, such as the diameter of the rivet, which is given by the formula d equals to 6th root t, that will become 18 millimeter. If you substitute 9 millimeter here as a thickness as 9 millimeter, you got it as 19 millimeter. This diameter here, use it to draw the diameter of the rivet. And similarly the longitudinal pitch P equals to 3 times the diameter. So if you substitute diameter as 18 millimeter, you got it as 54 millimeter. That will be used here. You can see the distance between the two rivets in the top view. Similarly this distance is also P. The margin M equals to D, that is 18 millimeter. Next, the distance of the center of the rivet to the edge of the plate is given by the formula 1.5 times the diameter. If you substitute D as 18 millimeter, you got it as 27 millimeter. This distance is here. You can see the center of the rivet to the edge of the plate is 1.5 times the diameter, that is 27 millimeter. Similarly, the transverse pitch PT for a chain riveting is given by the formula 0.8 times the pitch. That if you substitute this pitch as 54 millimeter, we get it as 43.2 millimeter. This PT you can see here. This is the distance between the two rivets here. This is PT. We got it as 43.2 millimeter. Similarly, the radius of the rivet head is 0.8 times the diameter, that is 14.4 millimeter. This is the radius of the rivet head, snap head. Similarly, the height of the riveted is 0.7 times the diameter, that is the height from this line to this height is 0.7 times the diameter, that is 12.6 millimeter. So I will draw this solution in the SolidEdge software. The procedure for drawing it in the drawing sheet remains same. Just you need to carefully observe the procedure. So the similar procedure is used to draw it in the drawing sheet. So I'll start with the center line. So now I have to draw the another center for the second rivet. The distance between these two center is PT, that is 43.2 millimeters. So I have to draw the another center at a distance of 43.2 millimeter from this line. So 43.2. Yeah. Now I will draw the two plates. The thickness of the plate is given as 9 millimeter. So two plates I have to draw of thickness 9 millimeter. Now I have to draw a distance of 1.5 D. There is 1.5 D is 27 millimeter. So this is the center distance from the center of the rivet to the edge of the plate from both sides. You can see here. So to draw a line at a distance of 1.5 D, it is 27 millimeter from this line. So 27. This side. So this is the 1.5 D distance. Now you have to draw the 10-degree taper line. See, you can see here this 10-degree taper line from both sides here. So 10-degree taper here. Similarly, 10-degree taper in the bottom side. So the remaining portion you have to erase it. This length you can draw it for any dimension. It don't have any particular dimension. So similarly, this length also you can draw it for any length. Remaining portion you erase it. Now I'll draw the diameter of the rivet, that is 18 millimeter. So 9 millimeter from the center. Similarly, here also 9 millimeter. Now you have to take a distance height of the snap head, that is given as this height, given as 12.6 millimeter. So take a distance 12.6 millimeter. This is the height for the snap head, and similarly you have to take a radius of the snap head. Distance is 14.4 millimeter. So from this center 14.4 millimeter you have to take. So now extend this line, so this center line. Now you have to draw a line from this diagonal to this diagonal. So in order to draw the diameter of the snap head, you need to bisect this line, and this bisector should extend till it touches the center of the rivet. So bisect this line first. You bisect this line. So this is the bisector of this line. So this bisector you need to extend till it touches the center of this rivet. So remaining portion you trim it. So already it is extended. So this is the center. This is the center to draw the diameter of the snap head, or the radius of the snap head. So from this center, draw an arc of radius equals to 14.4 millimeter. So this is the procedure to draw the snap head. So similar way you have to draw the bottom portion of the snap head. So instead of drawing these things again here, you can do a simple technique here. You just measure the since this radius remains same in the bottom portion, you just need a center here to draw the bottom portion of the snap head. So for that you just measure this distance from this line to this center, this line to this center, measure the vertical distance, that is 1.93, and from this center here with this line you leave a gap of 1.93 here, so you will get a new center to draw the bottom portion of the snap head. So 1.93 mm. So instead of drawing these things, I am telling the simple technique. Just copy this distance here and leave that distance here, so you'll get new center for the drawing the bottom portion of the snap head. The radius remains same, that is 0.8d. So 1.93 from this line inside. You draw a radius arc of radius equals to 14.4 mm. So this is the procedure to draw the bottom portion. Similar snap head you have to draw it in the second rivet. So instead of again doing the same things here, you can copy this center to this line, because these two rivets are of same dimension. Again, no need to draw these lines again and again. So just you simply copy this center here to this center here. Similarly, this center. Simply draw the arc of radius equals to 14.4 millimeter. Here new center, radius equals to 14.4 millimeter. The remaining portion we erase it in order to get the confusion. So everything you erase it so that there will be no any confusion. How I have drawn the front view. You section it. Since there are two plates, you have to section it in a different angle. This is a one plate, and bottom plate you have to make another angle. So these are two plates. So this completes the sectional front view. Now you have to concentrate on drawing top view. So you can start the top view with any line. There is no particular distance here, so you can start anywhere. So I will start with this center. So you can see in the top view, you can see the diameter of the snap head first. So this diameter of the rivet you cannot see because it overcomes the snap head. The snap head come in front of this rivet head, so you cannot see it. So you have to draw this snap head in the you have to draw this diameter of the rivet in the dotted lines. You can see two circles. The first circle is of snapped head diameter, another circle is of diameter of the rivet. So this diameter of the rivet is invisible, so you have to draw it in a dotted line. So this is the first center. So the distance between the two centers you can see here, that is pitch P, that is we got it as 54 millimeter. So the distance from this center to this center is 54, another center from here to here also 54 millimeter, that is pitch P. So you draw the three lines here, three centers that at a distance of 54 millimeter from this first center. So 54 millimeter. Here. So another center here, 54. So you got all three centers here. So in every centers you have to draw two circles. First of diameter 18 millimeter. All centers. And another circle of snap head diameter. We don't know that particular dimension, so you have to extend it. Now draw the another circle of diameter of this projection line here. Similarly, draw the mapped diameter circle here. So inside circle you have to make it as dotted because it is invisible. This finishes the top view. Just need to finish the cover. So plate here. This completes the top view. So this completes the top view. So if you measure the dimensions here, so this is the dimension. This dimension is PT. It is 43.2 millimeter. You can see here. We got it as 43.2 millimeter. This is the PT distance, and 1.5D is 27 millimeter. So this is the distance from here, this line to the just 27. Similarly, this line set as 27 millimeter, and the diameter of the rivet head, diameter of the rivet is 18 millimeters. Similarly, the thickness of the plate is 9 millimeter. Similarly, this dimension is also 9 millimeter, and the distance pitch P between these two centers is 54 millimeter. So these are some important dimension. Okay. So this is the solution for the double riveted lap joint. So this is about double riveted lap joint. You can see here. So you have to draw it in the drawing sheet in the similar procedure what I have explained here. So thank you for watching. Thank you.